So 3:20 a.m. Bam, bam, bam. Got up 3:20 a.m. Felt good today. Yesterday, I did not feel so good. So yesterday, I chose to take the morning, right? I just took the morning. I told my team, I said, I'm taking the morning. I got to get through this. I felt like a little bit under the weather for the last week and a half or so. But usually I can just push right through, right? And get through the other side. But I wasn't getting any better. Wasn't getting worse, but it wasn't getting better. And so yesterday I took the morning and allowed myself to fully recover. I feel much better today. So woke up 3:20 a.m., grabbed my Morning 5 planner like I always do, wrote down my gratitude, wrote down my goals. But before I could even do that, which I just realized I got to move this thing over. I'll do that in a minute. But before I could even do that, at the top of every page of the Morning 5 Planner, there's a quote that is submitted by an actual member of the community. All right. So for those of you that are watching the show, you can see right here, there's a quote at the top, Wednesday. Okay. CMA Day. And this quote at the top today was submitted by Laura Lee Warinsky. Laura Lee Warinsky. She submitted her favorite quote, right? So we collect these quotes every year. We print them in the books. We ship them out all around the world. And that was the quote. And so her quote today was, "You get what you take." That was the quote. You get what you take. That's it. End quote. All right. The question was, hey, what is your favorite quote? Submit your favorite quote. Laura Lee submitted that her favorite quote is, "You get what you take." So I read that and I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that, right? I don't know if I agree with that or not. But being the type of person that I've learned to become, when I don't think or feel as though I agree with something, I don't just say, well, I don't agree with that, and then go try to prove why I disagree with it or whatever. What I've learned is, okay, if we don't agree, instead of dismissing it, let's investigate it. Let's try to understand it, right? I want to understand why this is Laura Lee Warinsky's favorite quote. So I looked it up, and the quote actually is, the full quote is, "You don't get what you deserve, you get what you take." You don't get what you deserve, you get what you take. And so I went, I'm like, okay, all right, this is a little deeper. Let me keep digging, right? So where does this quote come from? Well, it comes from a show called Peaky Blinders. Go ahead and drop it in the comments if you've ever watched this show, Peaky Blinders. You can drop it in the comments over there on Clubhouse. You can drop it in the comments over on Facebook or over on YouTube. I personally have never seen the show, but apparently it was a pretty popular show, apparently, is what I've been told. And so I'd love to see if some of you maybe watch the show Peaky Blinders. All right. Alicia Moore says loves the show. Okay. Mary Lynn says no, seems a little creepy to her. Okay. All right. Deborah Vick likes the show. Dr. Emerald has watched the show. Okay, good. All right. Don Sankey says nope. Okay, cool. All right, good. So the show's called Peaky Blinders. That's where the quote comes from. And it is a show about, it is a show about Great Britain during the Great War in the early 1900s. And as soldiers would come back from the war, right? They came back to an economic situation that was tragic for most. And so these soldiers would come back and join or form different gangs. And ultimately, all of these different gangs were fighting for survival. You see, the entire nation was rocked economically. And so they really didn't have much of a choice but to fight to survive. Now, Peaky Blinders is the name of one of the most powerful gangs of all of the gangs, led by the war hero, Thomas Shelby. But see, Thomas Shelby actually had much bigger aspirations than just running the streets. See, what Thomas Shelby realized as he was the leader of a really powerful gang that did a lot of illegal activity, what he realized is that crime does pay, but legit business pays better. And what's fascinating is all of this was based on a true story. So now I take the quote, right? You don't get what you deserve, you get what you take. And with context, I now understand that this quote really comes from the man I used to be. Like, I used to be that guy. Like, I used to walk that way, right? I used to partake in criminal activity to get ahead. I used to not get what I deserved, but get what I took. The biggest difference is in Peaky Blinders, they're going through a war, whereas on my journey, I wasn't going through a war externally, I was going through a war internally. I was going through this battle to ultimately figure out my identity. And so see, as I read this was a reminder to me. This was a reminder to me that all circumstances require a certain mindset in the present. You see, in 1919 Britain, it took grit and the willingness to take what you needed to survive. In 2023 America, for Glenn Lundy, it takes grit. But now we don't have to take to survive. Instead, what I've learned to do is I've learned to earn to survive. To earn market share, not to take market share, but to earn market share. To earn raving fans, not to take people and force them to follow, but to earn their legions. I've learned to earn trust, to earn respect, to earn power, and to earn influence. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you take, is the quote. Well, that particular quote does not apply to me. Not anymore. Not anymore. I get what I earn. I get what I earn. And when my value exceeds the price, there's no cap. There's no limit. And it's all legit. And on that note, folks, it's time to rise and grind. Good morning and welcome to #Rise and Grind, the #1 morning show in the world filled with motivation, education, and inspiration. I am your host, Glenn Lundy, husband to 1, father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Club, the club designed to help you unlock your full potential. Each episode is filled with celebrity interviews, inspiring conversations, and the strategies you need to get ahead in your career and your life. So grab your pen and turn up the volume because it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? It's great to have my voice back. Dude, today is Wednesday. That's right, today is Wednesday, a.k.a. CMA Day. The Carter Myers Automotive Group, the most amazing automotive group in the automotive world. These are incredible humans, and I get the honor of running with them every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. It's always amazing. They're just an incredible organization. As a matter of fact, they're a huge organization with 23 dealerships all across Virginia. If you are ever thinking about, hey, I want to be a part of an amazing organization with an amazing culture where I have an opportunity to be an owner of the company, then CMA is the way for you to go. Just reach out to me. Let me know. I'll hook you up with my peeps over there. They're just an incredible group of humans. And so I love Wednesdays, aka CMA Day. This particular Wednesday is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where we are in I'm just saying, we are in a dope series, all right? We are in a dope series this week around self-mastery, all right? Self-mastery, super cool series. I've really had a lot of fun with it this week. And in this series, we broke down on Monday, or first we broke down what self-mastery was, right? Self-mastery is when you've developed the ability to control yourself in all situations, and you move forward consciously and steadily towards your goals, right? Now, in order to obtain this, some sort of level of self-mastery, we broke down that it takes self-discipline, the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses, to pursue what one thinks is right, despite temptations to abandon it. We also broke down what it means to be self-aware, having conscious knowledge of one's own character and feelings. We broke that down yesterday, and if you missed it, oh my gosh, it was a heck of a show. And if you couldn't find it, I know why you couldn't find it. My mom couldn't find it. I fixed it last night at Taco Tuesday around 6 p.m., so you can go back and find it. Of course, anytime you can't find the show on Facebook, you can always go find it on YouTube, because we don't have as many problems as YouTube on YouTube as we tend to have had in the past with Facebook. All right, so yesterday's show was awesome. You're going to want to check it out on self-awareness. Now today, we're going to go the next step of self-mastery, which is self-motivation. To be specific, self-motivation is the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal. It keeps us moving forward even when we don't want to. All right, so we're gonna go down that road. Before we do though, you know what we gotta do on this show? You know we gotta do some dancing. We gotta get these bodies in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So which one do you wanna be? You wanna be an object at rest, an object in motion? You wanna get some stuff done today? You wanna move today? You wanna move closer towards your goals? You want to get into attack mode? Then now's the time. We got to get into motion. All right. Now my guy Marvin, is Marvin still there? Let's see. Where's Marvin? Did Marvin leave? Oh, I think Marvin left. All right. I was gonna tell my. Oh no, there's Marvin. I see Marvin. All right, Marvin. You said you wanted to see the running gear for today. This would be a good time. This would be a good opportunity to show it, because we're doing some dancing over here on the show. So those of you that are on Clubhouse, you want to click the link at the top of the room if you want to see what this goofy guy looks like. It is running gear. That would be your best hope, the best shot. For those of you that are already on Facebook, do me a favor, tag your friends. This is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button as well, because I believe if we can help people change the way they start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button, all right? Hit that share button, tag a friend, share it on Clubhouse, share it on YouTube. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just do it. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, And I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I'll say what's up back. All right? Fair? Fair. Sean Weatherby, great to see you this morning. What's up, Marilyn Wilkin? Glad you're here. Melvin Rodriguez is in the building. Russell Hill, what up? What up? Vicky Everett. The Twang sisters. Gail Beecraft in the building. Valerie Oakley, I'm glad you're here. Babs Alexander, good morning. Kelly DeJoy, good morning. Mary Kim Farkas, good morning as well. What's up, Tom Popelka? How you doing? Malcolm O'Brien and Wendy Reeves. I see Renee Hayes is in the building. Tara Hope says good morning. Michael Barrett, good morning to you, sir. I am so glad you are here. Catherine Guidi is in the building. Mr. Nat Banks, the man, most inspiring dude on the planet, is in the building. Great to see you this morning. What's up, Rodney Rock Hatfield? I'm glad you're here. Dora Maria is in the building. Rick Tamburino, lovely Nicholas Taibay. What up? Lovely Nicholas Taibay, glad you're here. Julio Soto, all the way down there in Puerto Rico, is in the building. Michelle Gravely is up in here. Tanji Brewer is up in here. Russell Hill is up in here. Inocencia Flati Fredgerson. Oh, I think I kind of nailed that one. Inocencia Fiati Fredgerson. Milt Whitesides, Young Johnson, Clay Morris. I'd never seen that name before, but I think I nailed it. Ramon's in the building. Scott Simons, Liza Meyer Borges from Carter Myers Automotive Group. Our guy David Hill is in the building. What's up, Dr. Townsend? We've got Pastor Jeff is in the building. Dr. Janie Lacey is up in here too. That woman is out there killing it, just so y'all know. Dr. Jeannie, she's not quietly out there killing it. TM is in the building today. Kicked us off this morning on Clubhouse. My guy Justin, so thought-provoking, so thoughtful, such an incredible dude. Natasha and Fiona, Andy and Bella and Regina and William, Victoria, Ronique, that's a unique name. I love that. Ronique, great to see you. All right, I'm glad you all are here. Thanks for joining me. All right, here it is, Marvin. Look. All right, we got the hocus. Can you see this hocus? There, we got the hocus on right here, these things. Then we got these leggings. All right, got the leggings, got the little running shorts. So it's kind of hard to, I guess I could do this real quick. It's kind of hard to show you what the fit looks like, kind of all together, but it's, it's kind of, maybe I could just do it. There you go. There it is. There it is, buddy. There it is. We got the shorts, we got leggings, we got long socks, we got some weird aqua Daffy Duck looking hokas. And we're going to be going out in public like this in just a little bit as soon as this show is over. But that's what it looks like. Ready for the marathon. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough about me. Let's dive in and let's continue this journey to self-mastery. All right, so check it out. Self-motivation, the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal, keeps us moving forward even when we don't want to. An example of this is when you're going for a run, is what it says. And so we have to dive deeper, right? Because that's what we do on this show. And let's look at what is motivation. Let's define that. So when we go in, we look at where did I do that? Maybe I didn't load that. Hold on, let me load it real quick. Live shows. Let's see. There it is. There we go. So the definition of motivation is the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving a particular way. All right. The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving a particular way. Now, we go a little bit deeper, we can look at the derivation, right? What is the word derived from? All right, and it says it is derived from the late 19th century from the word motive, reinforced by motivate. All right, so the word motive, a lot of us know the word motive because we hear it like when you think of a crime, right? We think on a criminal level, they say, oh, well, we can't arrest that person. We got to figure out, what was their motive? This is what detectives use. They want to know what the motive was. What was the driving force that drove someone to take an action, right? So that is an example of motive or motivate, right? So what drives you to take action is really the question that we're talking about when we talk about motivation. Now, sometimes what drives you to take action can be a really cool motivational video. For me, these will drive me to take action lots of the times. For example, here's one of my favorite motivational videos that I listen to often, and I'll share with you.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.
It's grind season, homie. I hear you, Tyrese. See, look, everybody's motivated right now. I mean, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know. Maybe you're dead. Maybe you're in a coffin or something. There's a problem with you, right? So great, motivated. Awesome. Now you're motivated. Now I'm motivated. These excuses aren't real. How did we just motivate ourselves? We motivate ourselves with the truth. Tell the truth. You have the time. You have the resources. You have the willpower. You have the discipline. You're ready. You got this. Let's go. So we're all motivated. That's great, man. That's awesome. I love that we can manufacture motivation. I absolutely stinking love that. I try to do it every day. Motivate, educate, and inspire. Here's the thing, though. Motivation like that from a video is external. Therefore, because it's external, it's like a shower. It wears off. You don't get to take just one shower in life. That's not how it works. You should be taking a shower every day. I'm not going to tell you how to keep your hygiene, but I'm just saying. But here's the thing. External motivation will always wear off. Why? Why is it? Why is it we can get so jacked up and yet have that wear off? Why does external motivation wear off? That's the question, right? And the reality is the reason external motivation will always wear off is because external motivation is always based in the past and in the future. See, external motivation is always a story of what was, and what can be or will be. However, self-mastery, self-discipline, self-awareness, all of these things are the art of being in the present. You picking up what I'm putting down? External motivation is always based on what was and what can or will be. Self-mastery requires you being in the present. Okay, so I want you to look at this like this real quick, all right? Look at it like this. Yesterday is gone forever. It's gone. Decisions made yesterday, yesterday is gone forever. You can't go back. I don't care what they tell you on Terminator 2 or whatever, all right? So yesterday is gone forever. Tomorrow doesn't actually exist. It doesn't. Nobody's ever been there. Name one person that you know that has been in tomorrow. You can't be in tomorrow. It's a concept. It's not real. And there's no guarantee that you will ever see, which actually no one ever has seen, tomorrow. Yesterday doesn't exist. Tomorrow isn't real. The only day that we have is today. That's it. We only have today. That is the gift. We've been given the gift of today. And that's why they call it the present. All right? Is that fair? Understood? Okay, so let's bring this back around real quick. We're going to bring it back around. Okay? Self-mastery. When you develop self-mastery, you have developed the ability to control yourself in all situations, and you move forward consciously and steadily towards your goal. You know your purpose, and you have the self-discipline needed to do things in a deliberate, focused, and honorable way. All right, now in order to tap into self-mastery, we must have self-discipline, which is the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses. The ability to pursue what one thinks is right, despite the temptations to abandon it. All of this is happening in real time. Are you catching this? It's all happening in the now. It's not something you're going to do tomorrow, or it's not anything to do with what you did yesterday. Self-aware, having conscious knowledge of one's own character and feelings. We're self-aware enough to know we're making mistakes. That's the sentence, right, that they use in the definition. We are self-aware enough to know we're making mistakes. It doesn't say we're self-aware enough to know we made mistakes. It doesn't say we're self-aware enough to know that we're going to make mistakes. It says we're self-aware enough to know we are currently in the present making mistakes. Then we talk about self-motivation, the internal drive that leads us to take action towards a goal. It keeps us moving forward, even when we don't want to. An example of this is when you're going for a run. Now, it doesn't say it's the internal drive that one day in the future is going to lead you to take action towards a goal. It doesn't say the internal drive that one day in the past led you to take action towards a goal. Self-motivation is the internal drive that leads us currently in the moment to take action towards the goal. Picking up what I'm putting down? So listen. External motivation is amazing. I love it. I live it. It's part of my value add to the marketplace. I'm a big fan. However, it will always wear off. Always. If you're externally motivated by money or objects or things or whatever, even that will wear off, right? You're like, okay, I want to be worth $1 million one day. When you get there, it will wear off. I want to be worth 50 million. When you get there, it'll wear off. I want to be worth $1 billion. When you get there, it'll wear off. I want the house is going to wear off. The car is going to wear off. The kids that motivate you, that's going to wear off, dude. I'm telling you. Any external motivating factor will wear off over time. So the only way we can stay on this path is to understand that we must be self-motivated. Now, I'm going to teach you this concept real quick, and then we're going to head over to Clubhouse. So I'm going to end with this concept that I hope will help you and me tie all this together in a really sticky way. Check this out.
A study was conducted in 1998 at Columbia University by a Professor Claudia M. Mueller. She took a large group of fifth graders and had them work on numerous puzzles by themselves. Now, these were very challenging puzzles, but regardless of how well each child did, he or she was told that they scored very well, that they did better than most of the other kids. Afterwards, half of these students were told that they scored high because they worked hard, while the other half were told that it was all because they were smart and gifted. Then they presented each student with 3 more types of puzzles to work on: easy ones, medium difficulty ones, and extremely challenging ones. And what they found was very interesting. The students who were told that they did well because they were smart spent the majority of their time on the easy puzzles. They spent almost no time on the extremely challenging puzzles and spent much less time overall trying to solve any of the puzzles, which was a sign of lower levels of motivation. And to top it all off, when asked whether or not they enjoyed the experiment, they said that it wasn't that fun for them. On the other hand, the students who were told that they did well because they worked hard spent the majority of their time focused on the harder puzzles. They also spent a lot more time overall attempting to solve any of the puzzles, which was a sign of an increase in levels of motivation. And to top it all off, after the experiment, they said that they actually enjoyed the entire experience. So what can we learn from this study? Well, there's a concept called the locus of control, which is essentially the degree to which you believe you have control over your life. The kids who were told that they did well because they were smart and gifted were led to believe in what's called an external locus of control. They were led to believe that factors outside of what they could control were the reason they did well, right? You can't control whether or not you're born smart. On the other hand, the kids who were told they did well because they worked hard started to believe in what's called an internal locus of control. They believed that it was factors they controlled that led to their outcomes. It was their hard work and their extra effort that allowed them to do well on the puzzles, right? Because how much work you put into something is something that you have complete control over. Now, studies on the locus of control like this one have found time and time again that having an internal locus of control is the key to staying motivated. You must feel like you have control over your life and that you are responsible for the things that happen to you if you want to feel motivated all of the time. I saw this happen with my own eyes back in the day when I was in charge of a sales team. This wasn't retail sales or car sales. This was old school door-to-door sales, which has one of the highest turnover rates. Most people only last a week before quitting. See, you need to be an extremely motivated individual to be able to face hundreds and hundreds of rejections every single day before someone even considers buying something from you. Now, over time, I was able to develop a keen eye for who would actually last, who I should spend more time and energy training. All I had to do was ask a simple question when a new salesperson on my team was confronted with their first bad day, a day in which they made no sales. I would ask them, "Why do you think you made no sales today?" And I would see how they would respond. If they blamed things like the weather, the fact that it's a weekend and nobody wants to be bothered on the weekends, or because it was the neighborhood, I would instantly know that they wouldn't last because they had an external locus of control. They believed that the reason they couldn't make any sales was because of factors outside of their control. And because of this, they spent less time knocking on doors, which was ultimately the real reason why they weren't making any sales. That's the curse of having an external locus of control. When you feel like nothing you do matters, you stop working, you stop trying. Because what's the point of trying when the world's conspiring against you, right? So how do we adopt an internal locus of control so that we can start feeling motivated all of the time? Well, they found that the best way to do so is by simply solving problems in your own life and then taking some time and appreciating the fact that it was your actions that solved this problem. I'll give you an example just to make things more clear. Let's say you're someone who struggles with falling asleep. So you go do some research and you find out if you get some more sunlight in the morning, if you only use your bed for sleeping, and if you install a blue light filter on your phone, that should drastically increase your ability to sleep faster when bedtime comes around. You do all of those things and lo and behold, you find yourself sleeping 15 minutes faster than before. When you notice this improvement, you need to say to yourself, wow, it was because of the changes I made, because of the effort I put in that I am now able to sleep better. It's that simple. Build up that belief that you are in control of your destiny, that you have an internal locus of control, and you will never have issues with motivation in your life again. This episode is brought to you with the help of the guys at Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 20.
And there you go. And there it is, right there. Internal locus of control. You've got it in you, bro. It's internal, it ain't external. You've been given the gift of the present. You're a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God's giving you everything you need, all the resources, all the time, all the energy, all the creativity, all the ability, all the talent, everything you need to become the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. The sooner you and I can break through a full understanding of that, the full understanding about that, unquestionable, undeniable, when we can walk in that authority, that, my friends, is what self-mastery looks like. And that's when we reach those levels that we know we can reach. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. I'm going to head over to Clubhouse so we can chat about this a little bit more. If you want to join us, go head on over there and check it out, the Breakfast with Champions room. We're having a good time over there every single day, Monday through Saturday. So I'm going to go head over there right now and hang out. You're welcome to come join me. Otherwise, if I don't see you over there, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again. Hashtag rise and grind. Ooh, I wasn't expecting this song. Should we roll with that? I don't know. I don't know if we should roll out like that or not. Kind of started already though. All right, why not? It's just the two of us, just me and you. All right, just you and me. We got this. Let's go. Oh man, why did it start over?
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you. Just the